importance of the rainforest to the rest of the world goes beyond even the products and medicines that come from there. The trees of the canopy layer absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. This means that as the rainforest is cleared, fewer and fewer trees contribute to this exchange. As a result, some scientists claim that weather all over the world will be affected, the greenhouse effect. They claim that global warming will be the result of continued clearing of the rainforest. But the Amazon rainforest is huge and covers hundreds of thousands of acres. While it is true that development has cleared areas of the rainforest, is it a significant percentage? And while it is also true that the rainforest is shrinking, is it an exaggeration to say that this presents an imminent danger? The development of the rainforest has provided the world with many needed products. It is unlikely that that need will diminish. Is it possible or desirable for the world to do without the products of the rainforest in the name of preservation? In addition to the possible effects of deforestation on global climate, clearing the rainforest will have an impact on the life forms found there. As the trees are harvested or burned, the animals, birds, and insects are killed or forced to move to new regions in order to survive. The balance of those regions may be disrupted by the influx of these new residents, and yet it may be argued that nature will, over time, restore or replace that balance, as it does following natural disasters, such as floods. Along with the trees that are destroyed by the deforestation and development of the rainforest, the plant life is also destroyed. Because the life in the rainforest is so diverse, it is possible that new, undiscovered species of plants are also being destroyed, perhaps forever. And with their disappearance, the medicinal uses for that plant are also gone. But this is speculative and almost impossible to prove. The development of the rainforest in many ways can be compared to the settlement of the American West. The wilderness and the tribal peoples who inhabited it hold many similarities to the story of the rainforest. Just as the Native Americans used the land for all their needs, the indigenous tribes of the rainforest used their land for survival. But this survival is, by our standards, one that is very poor, and suffering is an almost accepted part of their lives.
So of the children who are born here, by the time you get to the teens, probably at least a quarter of them have died off. For the ones living in the United States, that's kind of hard to imagine, because you grow up in a place where it's kind of unusual. You may have lost a brother or sister. You may know somebody who died in a car accident or had a cancer or whatever, but it's kind of unusual. Out here, there are more families who have lost children than there are who have all of their children. In fact, when women come in for family planning, I have to ask, how many dead children do you have? How many living children? How many dead children? 1 dead baby, 3 dead babies, 5 dead babies. That kind of poverty is very difficult to understand if you live in the United States, where everything around you is wealthy. You don't even realize that having hot as well as cold running water constitutes wealth. It seems to you like a basic necessity because everybody's got it. But you will visit homes out here and you will see they don't have any running water, let alone hot and cold.
Deforestation and development has also begun robbing the tribal peoples of their independence and limited their ability to exist in the ways that they have used for centuries.
Because the ecosystems are being destroyed, they can no longer practice traditional means of horticulture and traditional means of hunting and gathering. Hunting is impossible now because the animals are driven away by the destruction of their habitat. And of course, gardening is made more difficult by virtue of the people using the land for ranches.
The progress that has come to the rainforest has altered the lives of the indigenous people. By our standards, most of these changes would be viewed as an improvement over their previous meager existence. It is difficult to find a reason why the tribal natives should not take advantage of the modern products and conveniences that become available to them due to outside influences. And yet, by doing so, they may be trading their reliance on the land for a dependence on outside forces which may prove temporary.
In recent times, what has happened is that due to contact with miners, due to contact with foreigners, ranchers as well, they are all clearing the rainforest because they want the products of the forest, the lumber people as well. And due to the ecosystem being disrupted, the people cannot make their living in the same way anymore.
It would be tempting to view those who come to the rainforest to harvest its bounty as ruthless and uncaring, and indeed some do come to plunder with little thought of the future or the fate of the people who live there. The tribal people, lured by the opportunity to earn money to buy food and other goods for their families, will sell their land to developers. When the money is gone, they have lost their means of survival. Much the same thing happens to the natives who are encouraged to strip their land for farming and ranching. When after a few years the earth becomes barren due to lack of nutrients, they are left with nothing but a useless plot of land. But many of the visitors and scientists who travel to the rainforest do come with good intentions and motives. They visit the rainforest to study and respect both the land and the people who live there. Yet even these well-meaning visitors may inadvertently disrupt the delicate balance of survival, and their actions may have unforeseen consequences.
As we were preparing to travel down there, they informed us that we could take material to trade to bring back souvenirs and the such. And I was thinking about it, what could they use? And I thought of fishing line. Fishing line I thought would be very helpful. And as I got down there and I showed it to the guide, he pointed out that that was very nice, and this fishing line was superior to the hemp. They actually make their own line. The problem is that when they run out of the fishing line, which is superior to their own, they'll want more. In order to get more, they'll need money to buy it. In order to get money, typically they have to get something of value. In the middle of nowhere or in the rainforest, what is of value? Well, it could be some endangered species, some exotic bird, snake, reptile, even insects, butterflies. Not only that, but by them using something modern, what happens when they lose this technique that they once had to go into the forest, live off the forest? The next generation might not have the capability of generating the money to buy these products.
There is no turning back the clock on the progress and development that has come to the Amazon rainforest. There is no doubt that the rest of the world will continue to demand the products found there. It is only equitable that the indigenous rainforest people share in the wealth that outsiders earn by exporting its products. The challenges facing the Amazon rainforest are difficult ones. There are no easy answers. The prosperity and advantages that come with the development of the rainforest must be weighed against the benefits of preserving it.
Is it right to, to expose cultures to other cultures? And I think we have to look at it as a global picture, and that is it right for us to not do that? I mean, what we should be doing is working with the cultures to not take advantage of them, that we should work with them at every step of the way to try to improve their lifestyles without destroying their environment.